Welcome and listening to a radio station.
In the early 1930s, Harry Linder became interested in, and then dedicated to, providing radio broadcast services to the people of West Central Minnesota. By 1939, he had organized the Lakeland Broadcasting Company, and in the fall of 1940, KWLM began broadcasting from a room on the third floor of the Willmar City Auditorium.
Turn your radio on.
Oh, yes, turn your radio
and listen to the music.
Tell us, Bill, a little bit about your dad, about Harry Linder.
Well, Harry Linder really was a family person, and his dream was to have a business that he could pass on to the next generation. And that was really his feeling that then you're building for the future.
And in addition to that, he implanted within the family the thought of giving back to the community.
Right.
Do you remember those thoughts?
He was very, very strong on the United Way. There was a splintering of different groups working, and he said, if we all got together, joined together, we could do a better job. That has been our desire, to pass it on to the third generation if we possibly can. And we exceeded in that, too.
That has been passed on. And I think in terms of specifically philanthropy and giving, I think it's just a part of who we are. And I might mention something else too. I think probably the primary foundation is our Christian faith, and simply we're called on to give. And I believe that giving is also an important part of our American capitalistic system. And I think it's also an important part of a successful, sustainable business plan. Like Dad said, a healthy, growing, vibrant community is good for business. So I think we all benefit from that. And I think it's because of not just us, but all the people in this community, through the years, that have been willing to give back and build this community. And think of where this community would be if we didn't have, like Dad mentioned, the United Way and all the programs that it supports. It'd be a very different place. And this year, the United Way's goal in our area is close to $1 million. So that's very significant.
You, as a family, have been involved in many, many things beyond the United Way efforts, and I was most impressed with your involvement with the Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center. Tell us about how you got involved in that, Bill.
The dream of having something environmental and how well that has worked in with our present situation of dependence upon foreign oil, and that we're looking for the sustainable, and through my dad's trust for 20 years he funded various funds. Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center was one of them, and even though the amounts were small in the early days, it did give the foundation of building the wonderful facility that we now have there.
Another one that I think is a significant asset, I know is important to us, is the YMCA. And I think that was done by private, contributions. And I think is a very significant asset in this community.
Very wonderful program.
And when you go out there, look at, the number of people that are participating in that program. And I think, it's like I say, another one of those assets that makes this a nicer place to live.
And now we have the Willmar Area Community Foundation.
The people that have the ability to help in these deals for the community betterment step up to the plate and actually improve their communities.
And I would like to add too that it isn't just us. It takes a lot of people to make things work. And there's no question our success is because of good people. And I think that was probably one of the things that my grandfather, he had an ability, to attract good people and take care of them and keep them.
Bill, are you proud of the work your son continues to do in the community?
Well, definitely. I certainly am.
no.
No, that was my dad's. He passed it on to his sons, just two of us. Don is doing his business down in Mankato, and we're up here, and we passed it on to our children. So we have hit the third generation, and I think that's speaks for itself. There aren't too many businesses that do that.
I think we have so much to be thankful for, and we appreciate what has been done, but also there's a lot of work. We have to continue this, and I think for us to be able to continue to have the success we have, we do have to continue to invest in this community, and we certainly encourage everyone to do that to the best of their ability. And I know we, the Linder family, are just very thankful and grateful that we have been able to contribute what we have to this community.